Hello, this is just a quick tutorial on how to fill out your budget form for the 2020-2021 school year. In your teacher folder, you should see this form already loaded. It should have your name at the top as well as the school year 2020-2021. Overall, there's some different sections of the form. In the blue, you'll see the credit section. This will be all money given and earned towards the budget. This will be preloaded with your yearly classroom budget and your teacher function number. So that should already be there for you. If you have any grants, that should already be in there for you as well. And then if there's any discounts as we go through the form, that's what you would add here then in that amount. Right below that blue credit section, you'll see a pinkish colored debit section. This includes all expenditures, including your supplies that you're going to use in your classroom, field trips, activities, anything like that. In this section, you'll see the date that you submitted, the actual debit request, which is this. Object code you'll fill out. I made a little cheat sheet for you below with object codes for it. So for everything that you are hoping to purchase, there's something called an object code. And the main one that you're going to use is 411 for general supplies. But if you are purchasing something, for example, pupil travel, you would write 345 there. There's one I've seen, magazine and periodicals, people will use sometimes. Any sort of workbooks would come out of 412. Those are the main ones that you'll use, but again, that 411 is what most people will use most often. If the item that you're purchasing is from a catalog, it will have usually a long item number. That's what you type in here. You'll also want to include a description of that item. So just a black slinger stapler is what it's listed on. You want to include the vendor so that Joanne will know who to purchase that from, the number, and then the expenditure amount. If you're going with Marshfield Book and Stationery, we know that they oftentimes have that 10% discount. Do not put that in this amount. That will go back on your credit amount that you'll see later in the total. So do the actual purchase amount right here, an expenditure amount. You'll have, I'm sure, a few here to add. If you want to add more, you'll just go to the cell to the very left of the last one and then add. So insert some rows below, and that will add anything that you need to there. You can see that your total debit amount is going to be calculated for you. So example, if I add something else for a cost, it's going to change my total debit amount, and then my remaining balance would be reflected there as well. So at any time during the year, you can open up the sheet and see how much money you have left in your classroom budget. Below here is a section that is just for planning purposes. This does not come out of your remaining balance. This would be, for example, if you are planning on going on a field trip, or if you have you know, a science lab coming up where you don't need to buy the supplies now, but you know you are going to. If you'll fill this out, and it's the same as the debit, it's just for proposed debits that you'll put here. Again, this total amount does not come out of your remaining balance, but it helps us to see, okay, yep, they have only $5 left in their balance and they want to go on a $400 field trip. Probably not going to be able to work. The last section is just for office use. It helps us keep track of if you submitted a requisition form or a reimbursement form for that item. Overall, that's kind of it. If you have any questions, like I said, feel free to let me know. I'd be happy to help you as best I can. Thanks, guys.